Well, greeting folks, I'm gonna be updating my Dominion Tower guide for 2021 because there's some stuff that I kinda leave out, and this one should be a lot more better than the old one. Okay, the best way to get to Dominion Tower is basically having Amulet Glory and teleporting to Alcared. You should be at Shanty's Pass. Go down south even more, and then you see a huge tower over there, and just go over there, and that's Dominion Tower. Let's start with quest requirement that you'll be needing to actually complete Dominion Tower for all their achievements. So on your screen right now, you see all the quests that you'll be needing. Some of them you might already have done, but some of them you probably might not have done. But yeah, you do need to have all these quests unlocked to actually see them in Dominion Tower, and you have to actually kill them. So make sure you go on the quest grind because it's gonna be a long one. So let's talk about the equipment loadout that you're gonna be using to do climbers mode / endurance mode. So this loadout you'll be seeing right here is my climbers mode setup, but you can switch the rocktails for Cerebrew and Unicorn Stallion for endurance mode. So let's talk about the must-have section first. So you want Dark Light, Ice Glove, and all the elemental runes. Dark Light is for demons and you want to kill them as quick as possible. Ice Glove is for the monster that can, unequip your item, and elemental runes is for Dagonut Mothers because she's gonna need to be killed with certain types depending on her weaknesses. So let's talk about the armor. So I'm gonna be using a tribrid armor here, and basically it's a must-have since you're gonna be using all style to actually do the main tower with. Sardom and Warpiece can replace with Samrak Warpiece because they can do the same thing, and the only difference is just the look, and you get damage reduction from using it. And might be wondering why you're not using different Warpieces, because you're gonna be, need the damage reduction, and might be wondering why am I not wearing the Sliske tier 80 armor, because you can't wear any top, but if you're doing endurance mode you can wear that armor instead. But make sure you have a Saradomin War Priest in your bank to actually get the perk active. So let's talk about the cape that you're gonna be wearing. Any tribrid cape such as the Max cape or the Skeleton cape, but preferably the Max cape because it gives you extra HP. Next one is the amulet, and the reason why I'm using Blood Fear amulet is because you get extra healing from it. Next one is the ring. You can wear any types of ring. Make sure it gives you all styles of ring. Preferably you're going to be using the Berserker's ring, but if you can't afford it, it's Ring of Fortune can do, or something, any ring. And then the book, basically I'm wearing any type of book, and basically it gives you all stats. And so the weapons that you're gonna have is any tier 70 or higher weapons. Make sure it's a two-handed, and for melee you want to have offhand to actually pair with your Dark Light. So the optional item is a Excalibur. Don't need it, but it's good to have because it gives you extra healing, and Venom Blood perk because you can get poisoned quite a lot for Demon Tower. And Onyx Bolt is basically a must-have if you're using a crossbow, but if you're not using a crossbow, you just use armor arrows that's respectively based on your stuff, but preferably Onyx Bolt because of the extra healing that you get from it. So let's talk about the achievement reward from the Dominion Tower. Climbers mode reaching up to 15th floor, they will get you Help a Horn, and endurance mode reaching up to 25th floor will upgrade your Dominion Medallion to Super Dominion Medallion. Basically it's a wear thing, so it give you a bonus boost on Dominion Tower. So suffer every handicap. So best way I found out is just doing climbers mode, getting your up to at least I think 20 or 30 floors. You should have maximum handicap. So yeah, so let's talk about Help a Horn and use all three types of bomb, which is most people's problem with. So might be wondering how to get Help a Horn and get all three types of bomb. Basically it's a reward from the chest, and basically to you don't actually need to get it yet, because it's locked away from journal pages for the bombs, because you have to get all types of all 20 journals along with 10k demeanor factor to actually unlock all 3 of them, which is very time consuming. And the best way to actually get the pages is by just doing climbers mode and getting yourself up to 20-30 floors to actually get maximum handicap. And by the time you actually get it, and then you actually have to go again until you get all of the bombs, because you want to have it on your inventory and you want to have the help horn, and then you just go to a floor and just use all of them, and make sure you get the I think the best way is just doing endurance mode, because you can use buff and debuff, I think. So yeah, so by the time you get there, hopefully you kill all the 3 types of boss. But if you don't, make sure you kill all of them. That's all the way in the bottom, and you guys can see there, all those bosses you have to kill along the way. If you haven't killed one of them, you won't be able to complete this achievements, because so it's very hard to do, which is time consuming. It should only take you about a week or so if you do at least 3 hours a day, or 3 to 5 hours a day. That's what I found out. But for me, it took me like around 3 days, because I did like 15 hours a day, and that basically how it works. So yeah, basically the main towers are very hard to do, and you guys can see here best way to actually do them. So most of this boss should be exploratory if you done the quest, and basically you just have to do the same thing you did to the quest into these guys. So some of them might be hard, some of them might be easy, like No Man for example. It's still gonna be difficult. Decay Avatar is still gonna be difficult. Best Queen is gonna be difficult. The Lover's Quest is gonna be difficult, and yeah, there's quite a lot of difficult boss, to be honest with you, and some of them are kind of time gated, but if you done the quest, you should be remember to do them the same way. So yeah. So here's the main tower. To get your first medallion, basically by talking to him, and yeah, there you go. You may have a medallion, and I already have the medallion in my bank since it's already upgraded. So you get the normal medallion, but you can right click and reward. You can automatically claim your upgraded medallion here. Then basically you can see all the stuff here that you need to do, which is a pain, and you guys already saw that previous clip me doing this. So yeah, this is very much the hardest part to do, is getting all the journal pages and the main power, because you do need all 3 bombs, which is basically dropped from the chest right here. You guys can see, since this is empty, and basically have to do a bunch of the min factor. Make sure you actually do climbers mode or endurance mode to actually get the maximum one. Make sure you do them as high as possible to get the maximum reward. And the RR is basically RNG involved to get the reward itself, so it's a bit of pain to do. But yeah, by the time you're actually done, you can get a bunch of dread nips. You guys can see here what's the dread nips. Mines here, and wait, no, here's the mines. I think dread nips is dread nips next to each other. So by the time you get a bunch of bosses killed, you should be able to claim a bunch of dread nips. But the best way to actually, if you're just looking for dread nips after you're done with the main tower, I find that doing No Man, where is it? No Man or the Evil Chicken, the best way to get the main factor, since this actually give you pretty high the main factor. And or No Man, but No Man's really difficult. It does still do the same amount of damage as the normal quest. So yeah, make sure you use your best equipped item. But for the chicken, you can just use magic or range. Just use corruption blast or corruption shot, if depending on the style. So yeah, best way to actually get the dread nips if you're actually done with the everything from the inventory, and you don't really want to do climbers mode. But doing climbers mode is basically a good way to actually get a bunch of demon factors, same as endurance mode, but they're very hard to do and very time consuming, so I just advise you just to do the special game mode one, so and do those guys. But yeah, so this is basically the end of this video, because just wanted to update it, and it's just the same thing as last time, but this video is much more informative, and yeah, hopefully it's gonna be much more easy. But yeah, make sure you're using your highest weapon, and make sure you have this thing involved, because you do need all of the elementals, and if you don't have it, well, you basically just gonna suicide, because you can't exit the game. I mean, you can't really exit unless you close the game. I think it puts you down here, but yeah, I think that's the only way, because you can't quit during when you get in there. So yeah, make sure you have all of that loadout that I showed you, and yeah, good luck. And it will hopefully gonna take you about a week or so. So I'll be doing a what is that called, disruption shoot guide. And yeah, see you guys later, and have a good day.